I've been a volunteer since 1996. I file and I help with sending out the agendas to the neighborhoods. The people that live in the neighborhoods have to know what's coming up in the next meeting. And so it's quite important, and it's a big help to the secretary that works here because she's got a lot of mailing to do.
I personally enjoy working with youth. I was a youth, I was part of the teen action teams. I enjoyed it, I had fun, and just want to give them that same experience I had. That t-shirt, we created this when I was in the teen action teams, the retreat of summer. It says live it, and then the teen action teams on the bottom. The message that it sends to kids to keep them motivated to stay in school, have them drug and alcohol free, no violence, and just stay together and help their community and give back.
I really enjoy my work here, and I really enjoy the people. Like I've said before, they are wonderful, and they make me feel good and needed.
About a year ago, a friend and I came over here to Center 50 Plus to check out the center, see what was going on, and we went on a tour of the building, and about 5 minutes into the tour, we looked at each other and said, let's fill out an application to volunteer because we liked it so well here. We were so impressed with what we saw.
I left Garden Services as a director of operations and programs. I wanted to do a little recreating myself.
I'd been coming to exercise at the fitness center for a while and thought they might need my help, so I asked. It's just fun to come and help out and see people reach their fitness goals.
I used to do a lot of fly fishing, and I'd be up in the Sierra Nevadas and see all these different rocks, and always thought, well, gee, it'd be great if I could do something with them. I've been working with people all my life, and enjoy it.
Volunteering for the Adopt a Grandparent has just really touched my life. Just being able to bring the generations together has truly been wonderful.
People who come here need to get used to computers. Basic skills, turning the computer on, using the mouse, opening, closing programs. Computers can be frustrating even if you know what you're doing. It's just nice to know how to help people, even a little bit, when they go away happy.
6, almost. It's fun here. I have a good time. The people are so nice. I just really like it, and I feel really appreciated.
This has been very helpful and exciting for me. I feel needed. I'm gaining additional skills, and I'm getting a chance to hone them in different environments.
This is like my home away from home. I love being here. The building is beautiful. I mean, I can't think of any place I'd rather be.
And it's just fun to volunteer. It makes you feel good.
Hi Vanessa, this is Lynn from the Salem Police Department. My first introduction to the police department was through the Citizens Police Academy, which just got me hooked on the whole idea.
I started out here when they were doing the microfiche, transferring it from microfiche to computers. So that tells you how long it has been.
And you filled that up today?
No, we only had 3 today.
Well, I first got involved when I was working with the neighborhood police liaison committee that we used to have. And I found out about the volunteer department and thought that was a good place to come and help somebody out.
I took the Citizen Police Academy class. I'm a volunteer for the recruiting team and assist them with recruiting people and understanding the police department and what the police department does.
I have quite a few hats I wear here, but the main one is inspecting squad cars to make sure they're well equipped, they have all the safety equipment they need, check out all the car's functions, and replace anything that needs replacing to mainly get them ready to go out on the street.
Why I like working for the domestic violence team is just to help out both men and women, anybody suffering for any type of domestic violence. And there's a lot of resources out there that people don't think are available. And being part of the team that I am, I get to provide that info for them and help them get on the right track.
Hi guys, how's practice? We're from the Citizens Patrol. We walk through many of the parks, talk with people. My wife and I are both retired, and so we've decided to do some volunteer and give some things back.
If you take Front Street all the way down, it's going to bend to your left. I first started volunteering about 2 years ago after I completed the Citizens Police Academy. We're extra eyes and ears for the police department, as well as get to interact with the public, and it's a really great program.
It's a pleasure to come down here. People are just very, very kind, and they're happy, and they appreciate what I do, and they act like they're happy to see me, which is just a real fun thing for me.
I've learned a lot of things. I've got to see a lot of different things and be involved in more things than I would if I was just sitting on the outside at home.
Being a volunteer for the City of Salem means going inside your heart and wanting to make a difference in this community.
And it's a sense of camaraderie, a sense of feeling, a sense of pride in what I'm doing.
It makes me feel great. It makes me feel like I'm giving back to the community that I live in. And again, like I said, I want to be an officer someday. So I'm looking forward to get there, hopefully.
Well, I retired, and I feel like people should contribute to the community, and I've always loved libraries. I served on the foundation board of the library for several years as a treasurer. After my term expired, it just made sense. I just wanted to come down and shuffle around and put the books in order.
My sister started, so that kind of inspired me to help out the community and the Salem Public Library.
Working with my cousin and my sister and brother is actually fun. We do the work a lot faster than working by ourselves.
My husband and I first volunteered when we were recruited to move the West Salem Library from the old City Hall into the building over the West Salem Safeway. We very much enjoy our people in West Salem. We're part of a community there.
A long time ago, in 1993, I read in the paper that Ruby Friesen was looking for volunteers to help her with a special project. Well, I've known Ruby for years and years when I was raising my kids and bringing them into the library. So I came down to visit with Ruby, and she decided that I might be able to help her.
I retired probably 10 years ago or so, and we were kind of looking around for something to do to be productive. And Pat, my wife, came up with the idea of volunteering at the library.
I'm working in the business office here. It fits really nicely with my academic schedule because I'm doing online classes and I work 2 hours a day for 3 days a week. I remember being a kid and I loved the library and I loved the programs that they had, and I figure that this is a place that always needs volunteers.
We had one exhibit where it was about math and counting and its relationship to fairy tales. We had a lot of little kids who came in and they're like, oh, I finally get what they mean by the 12 dancing princesses, or something like that. And so it's really just fun to see the kids being able to actually learn and having fun at the same time.
I feel needed. It also, I think, helps the gray matter, because I've been retired a long time.
By the time we do leave, we feel like we've helped a lot, and we have emptied the shelves or filled the cart, and it's a good deal for us.
I enjoy visiting with all the people that work here.
Be a volunteer, it's fun.
I love the library, and I'm going to miss it when I'm gone next week.
About 17 years ago, I went to a garden show, and they had a table there to sign up for the Deepwood Gardeners.
I used to go down the Mental Drown and walk quite a bit, and I saw the other volunteers there, and so I just asked them one day, how do you get on this program?
We live in Salem town, and it's been about 6-7 years ago, the City Parks Department found out that we did other historical marker signs around the state. I asked if we'd be interested in doing some of the signs for the City Parks Department. I thought, well, yeah, that'd be a good idea.
I became involved with the Parks and Recreation first, and then became a volunteer for the Kids Relays here in Salem. And I've been involved with that now. This will be my 20th year.
We were the first park to go on to the park partnership in 1997. We were the original co-chairs, and we're still co-chairs after all that time.
And still talking to each other.
Yes.
For my Eagle Scout project, I was able to make a compass course at Minnow Brown Park.
Once you get to the marker, what you do is you set your compass for the next heading, and you'd readjust yourself and turn until you're lined up, and then you'd go to the next one.
I get a great deal of pleasure driving around after we've restored signs, driving around and seeing them after they're installed and they really look nice. We have learned to know a lot of new people down at the Parks Department, and they're always glad to see us, and we've made some good friends there also.
Being a part of the parks is something that I can do that affects my little corner of the world, affects me and affects other people.
And the kids, and you see many of them from year to year as they grow up. And then also later on, you'll be walking out and visiting with people and they'll go, "Are you the hat guy?" And yes, and you started the races for my grandkids.
I would put it to the same type of feeling that I had when I was in the military. You know you're doing something for the good of everybody.
It's great to go back and see how things have changed and be able to go see a pathway that's been redone or a bridge that's been redone.
It's just a real joy to go by the park and say, yay, it's open, it looks beautiful, we're all working together on it.
It's joyful work, joyful work.